what I would tell you is typically during the Christmas period, the governor's mansion, which is not only happens to be where the governor lives, it's also a museum. The museum is typically open, and literally, usually in any one year, 4,000 to 5,000 to 6,000 people come through it. And so, as we were looking at the opportunity for Mississippians to experience what has just the First Lady and her team have just done a phenomenal job decorating the mansion. What we ultimately came to is we canceled those events that we knew that we could not adhere to the requirements. We canceled, for instance, the Christmas candlelight event. You know, every first Friday in December, the Department of Archives and History hosts a very large event, which includes the old Capitol, also includes the new Capitol, and of course also includes the Governor's Mansion, in which they usually have several thousand people. So we had to cancel that event. We canceled this past weekend. My daughter turned 16 on Tuesday. She had a birthday party planned on Sunday night, and unfortunately we had to cancel or delay that event. But when I think about these upcoming events, what we did is we offered to the public, so anyone in the state of Mississippi, and quite frankly everyone in the state of Mississippi that chooses, has the opportunity to come and tour the museum at the Governor's Mansion right now. The way in which we've done it is we set it up with an online reservation system. The tours last for 30 minutes. They are limited to no more than 10 people over that 30-minute period, and everyone inside and indoors has to wear a mask. And so when we talk about these outdoor events, or these events that are taking place later in the day, later today, later tomorrow, sometime middle of next week, I don't know the exact schedule. What I think it does is it allows us to really send a message to the people of Mississippi that you can return to a life that is somewhat normal, but you've got to do it in a way that minimizes risk, that mitigates risk, that does things like ensures that we only allow 10 people indoors at any one time. And so what you'll see at our events over the next several weeks, in which we have invited primarily friends and family to a couple of events, but also those individuals that are statewide elected leaders or agency heads or certainly elected leaders in the House and the Senate, many of whom will choose not to come, which is certainly their prerogative. But we'll certainly open the mansion to no more than 10 people indoors. They'll be required to wear a mask once indoors, and then we'll also open the outdoors of the space outside the mansion as well. So they are completely in compliance with the order prior to us changing the order today. But all we did today is we took what was the 10 and 50 limits that were in those 54 counties to today and made that 10 and 50 limit to all 82 counties.